what does it mean to you to be an American?
What it means for me to be an American is that I think there are simple Americans and complex Americans. Okay, the simple Americans are the love it or leave it Americans. This country, right or wrong Americans. They've always existed in American history. For them, to be American is a stark choice, either or. I come as a refugee from an American war, and I arrive in the United States feeling complexity. Like, as I say in my novel, The Sympathizer, my protagonist says, well, I'm grateful for American aid, but maybe I wouldn't have needed American aid if we hadn't been invaded by the United States in the first place. It's a very common thing, you know. A lot of people in the United States fled from wars that the United States was responsible for, and they made the very sensible choice, you know, it's better to be behind the guns than in front of the guns. So this some people would hear me say this kind of stuff, and they'll be like, oh, he's un-American. He's got to, you know, I literally get messages from people saying, since you love the commies so much, go back to Vietnam. They apparently did not read more than 10 pages of The Sympathizer because the novel was actually banned in Vietnam by the communist government, okay? So that's complexity. Now, the complexity for me as an American is to recognize this is a beautiful country. It's a country built on democracy, equality, liberty, rights, all of which I've benefited from. It's also a country built on brutality, genocide, colonization, enslavement, perpetual war. These are facts. Now, you can interpret them differently, and in fact, people do interpret them differently. Donald Trump interprets those facts as make America great again. We conquered this country. We're going to conquer the rest of the world. It's not a problem. We committed genocide, okay? But the complexity is in recognizing that the beauty of this country was made possible by the brutality of this country. That all the privileges that a certain part of the population enjoys, a large portion of people, women and enslaved people, didn't have those freedoms in the late 18th century. And that dynamic continues with us today. That complexity is unsettling for a lot of Americans, but only by confronting that complexity would it be possible for us to even hope to make the United States as democratic of a country as it wants to be.